Hey, welcome back to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen. Today's reading is their true feelings for you. So please take a moment to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. There's 4 crystal points for you to choose from today. Set of cards number 1 is the red point. Set of cards number 2 is the purple and pink point. Set of cards number 3 is the green point, and set of cards number 4 is the pink point. So take some time to tune into the energies of these. See which one resonates with you the most. It's fine to be drawn to more than one of these as well. You can pause the video right now if you need to, and then we'll get straight into the reading. Welcome to set of cards number 1. You've chosen the red crystal. So this is your person's true feelings for you right now. Please take a moment to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please check out the Love Message Cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings. We look into lots of different messages cards. I interpret all of the energies that come through from your person as we look really deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what their higher self wants you to know, what their 3D self would say to you if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings. The details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. So let's get straight into looking really deeply into your person's true feelings for you. We're going to start off with the tarot. We're going to look into lots of messages cards as well. So their true feelings for you right now. We have the World and the Moon and the 5 of Pentacles. I immediately heard, you mean the world to me, but I have a lot of fears. Your person's feeling a bit sad today, I feel. Kind of left out in the cold. There's a physical separation between you both. I feel as though this is mirrored energy. You both have, whether you like consciously realize it or not, you both have like thick walls, masks around yourselves. This is like the false self that everyone subconsciously creates in childhood to protect ourselves. Okay, our souls are used to being in the higher realms where there's oneness, love, light, joy. You know, there's just that profound oneness, which is the love. But then we incarnate here on this earth plane into the world, and we're incarnated with amnesia. Like our physical bodies wouldn't be able to handle being fully in the light, fully in, you know, awakening and awareness to begin with. Plus that would be super hard because there's this social matrix on this earth with all the illusions, the belief in separation. And so subconsciously, as children, we all create walls and masks to protect ourselves from judgment, from we fear abandonment. It feels like death, okay? And on the soul level, it's like deep in the subconscious, the soul feels like we've been cast out from God, cast out from the oneness, the divine, the soul family, our twin flame. We don't consciously realize that, but on a deep soul level, the soul feels that right away from being incarnated here. And so there's this powerful abandonment wounds, feeling left out in the cold. Okay, what your person's really feeling is they're feeling sad right now. I feel some sadness somewhat because you mean the world to each other. Okay, they know that there's this powerful love, there's this powerful empathy. They feel like you're both on this path together to heal your wounds, come back to consciousness, so be able to go into that cathedral, so to speak, going into awakening and consciousness and unity. But right now it's like this person realizes, it could be subconsciously, but for some they consciously realize that You both basically have karma. You both have these illusions, the thick walls to break down. They feel you're howling at the moon for each other, okay? Your souls are both longing for each other, but this person consciously realizes that you're both on a path of healing everything that creates blocks and wounds, healing the false self, or, you know, releasing the false self, rising above the world in terms of rising above the social matrix and the illusions, so that you're freed from all these fears, blocks, wounds, the subconscious. The moon is all about the subconscious fears. So your person feels this deep longing. They know you're on this path together, but it can feel scary, okay? This is the path of the unknown. This is coming out of the comfort zone of the ego. You know, the ego tries to protect us, that because the ego believes in me and everything outside of me. But on the soul level, you know that isn't true. You know there's only oneness. There was no abandonment. There is no separation, okay? So your person's feeling this heaviness, this sadness, because they know that you both have this desire for oneness, for union. Union, really, that represents becoming one with the truth, with the infinite, and breaking free from social matrix. But there's this powerful magnetism towards each other. It's like you're both longing for each other, both pining for each other. There is this path. It's scary. Sometimes you will stay stuck in the tower, but overall you are both like still walking down this path, okay? But they're sad. They're like missing you. But they know that you're both going through profound healing. Yeah, Seven of Wands. This is all the struggles that come up on this path, okay? This is like the ego coming in with this, that, and the other, you know, this fear, this block, this wound. Like, it feels like a multitude of things coming up. Your person may be struggling because one of the struggles or illusions that comes up and really can knock us off our feet is this idea of trying to be perfect, trying to handle it all, trying to clear all of this all at once. You know, that's the ego like subconsciously coming in and saying it needs to be this real struggle. This is them trying to not be knocked off their feet. Your person may be feeling like there's all these obligations in their life that are sort of calling on this person, and your person, they're needing respite, they're needing space from this. So in many ways, they're connecting with you, like in the heart space and energetically, like your connection represents freedom, that your connection represents love and peace and stillness. Because they're feeling like there's all these obligations or all these pressures on them, and it's all sort of crowding in on them. But also, again, this is like the fears and everything. So your person's going through an intense awakening, intense transition. But there's like these fears. Sometimes subconsciously the walls of the ego comes up because everything feels like it's happening too intensely, too quickly, it's too much sort of thing. But your person, they love you so deeply. This is also them trying to not allow the ego and the illusions and fears to knock them off their feet. Your person's trying to become more conscious, see everything from a higher perspective. They feel as though you're working as a team to overcome these wounds. They're feeling very sad right now, okay? There's a feeling of loneliness. They could be feeling very lonely with all this stress that's going on around them, all this stuff, obligations, whatever this heaviness is in their 3D life, and psychologically as well, as all of that's coming up to be broken down and released. But nonetheless, they feel like you are there for each other. In some cases, it could be energetically. You're both mirrors. You're both going through this ego breakdown. you're calling out to each other. You're close in the higher realms, in the heart space. So we have the 7 of Pentacles here. This connection's really caused your person to stop. And it's causing you both to sort of keep like taking a step back. Keep seeing everything from a high perspective, asking yourselves, what am I investing in? Am I investing in things that aren't serving me? Am I investing in all these fears and worries? So you're both wanting to release fears, worries, heaviness, unconsciousness, because that all creates suffering. You're both on this path to help ease each other's suffering through awakening. So you're both, this connection's come in, it's caused them to take a step back, and they've taken this pentacle aside here. It's like they're planting new things, going in a new direction. Okay, this is feelings of lack and depression and the suffering. Okay, but what they are walking towards is the 6 of Pentacles, which is help, which is, it's like they walk towards, in the 6 of Pentacles, it shows the wealthy person giving them money, sort of thing. So this connection for both of you, you look to each other. You know that this is a divine union where you're receiving so much love, support, awakening from the divine and from each other, okay? So this is what your person is working towards. They are planting those seeds. Your person feels this deep, deep love for you. With a King of Cups, they can be feeling all over the place at times, but with you overall, when they're in their heart space, they feel stable. They find this love to be like their guiding light. They feel this deep, profound love for you, okay? So let's look at some message cards to look even deeper into this. Their true feelings for you right now. You make everything so real. So this is a spiritual awakening. Okay? They're seeing, they're able to rise above illusions. Make everything so real. Sorry, it's not automatically focusing. I'm in my man or woman cave. So, yeah, look, I feel this is both of you. This is divine masculine, divine feminine. You're both in your caves, okay? You've come into each other's lives because you are both sort of hiding subconsciously. It just said 11:11 on the camera. You were both subconsciously feeling so stuck and repressed behind all of these fears of being these highly sensitive beings in this harsh world. But it's like with each other, you allow each other in. Most likely on the energetic heart space dimension at this time. Because it takes time for this density to fall away and for you both to feel more comfortable being open and vulnerable. Because this is how this connection makes you both feel. Because it's so profound. The love is so profound. It is like true love. So it naturally opens up this path of in order to experience more of the love. It's like the shedding or the dissolving of the thick walls, the blocks, the fears within. And that takes time, that takes courage. But you're both walking down that path. How else are they feeling? I'm talking to you with my mind. Yeah. This is what these wolves or dogs represent here. It's like there's a physical separation, but the path, you come together at the path. This is like that spiritual path, that higher dimension where you are communicating telepathically and in the heart space as well. I feel like you are distant. Okay, so there's sadness because there is this distance here, okay? This distance is because of fears. We are incredibly powerful beings, okay? We manifest without thinking, okay? We're natural manifestors here on this earth plane. So all this represents all the fears, the subconscious wounds, and feeling like you're distant. Again, this is just really confirming to me that you both have felt very trapped. This is how you've been feeling, trapped behind these masks and walls throughout your entire lives, pretty much. So I feel like you're distant. It manifests, okay? When you feel like you're not safe to be open and vulnerable, it manifests as all these blocks. You create energetic blocks around yourselves to protect yourselves, so it manifests as physical like blocks. And you're both feeling like distant at times, but it's like you're connecting in the heart space. And there's this sadness because you're missing each other, you know, they're missing you. They want closeness, they want intimacy, but you are able to achieve that, like in the heart space and telepathically, energetically. How else are they truly feeling about you? Thank you for loving the real me. So I know this is like one person's two hands, but I also see it as two different people's hands, okay? Coming together. Thank you for loving the real me. It's like deep, this is like all about the subconscious, or it's all about deeper levels, the moon, the mysterious levels. So in the 3D there's a separation, but on the deeper levels you are reaching out to each other. You are like just feeling this desire for oneness. You feel safe on the higher realms to be as one here, because you both know that each other's loving the real you. Deep, profound understanding, but it's more than that. It's like you just align with each other. You feel that alignment because your patterns are very similar. Your fears, your wounds. So it brought you into this powerful alignment where you could reflect each other, see these things more clearly through that reflection. All this stuff coming up from the subconscious, you're much more consciously aware of these struggles, and therefore more aware of how to heal yourselves. How else are they feeling about you right now? Yeah, I am so drawn to you. So they're feeling this magnetism. It can feel painful. It feels painful for your person at this time, because there is all this sadness, there's this longing, there's this desire for oneness, this magnetic pull that is pulling you both out of the ego and down this path. But it's highlighting all of this shadow side at the same time. How else are they truly feeling about you? We have Midas, Miser. So the light attribute says an entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. The shadow attribute says hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So even though this is talking about money, we're looking at emotions and your connection. So this is saying This is a path where it's about perspective, okay? There's the fears of the ego, okay? There's the fears that cause us to hold on. So your person, like, holding on very tightly, like a fear of loss, fear of losing this connection. This is the natural, normal fears that come up. It's like the ego coming up to be released overall. Also, this is like holding on to the comfort zone of the ego identity, because of the fears of being open and vulnerable, and the fears of death, okay? The ego fears its own death, but the ego is the false self. It's not the soul truth. It's not the true identity. But creative ability to turn anything to gold. Your person, they know that you're both on this path of trying to be positive, trying to release the fears that cause us to hold on and feel all the suffering, all the attachment. In order for the abundance to flow, it's about release and being open and receptive, and having that faith going with the flow, being courageous to just let go, surrender kind of thing. So there's this sort of dual energy going on right now between the fears and then the heart truth. So in the deep soul levels, they know that there's always this oneness, but I feel like if there's physical separation and complications and all the fears and all the stuff coming up to be healed and released, it's triggering your person to sort of feel like there is separation and they're really longing for you. How else are they feeling? King. Enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. So shadow attributes is excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So again, it's like the ego and the higher self playing out. In this connection, they feel a lot of strength. They feel like they are this king, okay? Kings come out twice, King of Cups and this King card here. So they are receiving a lot of enlightenment. They're feeling this deep love. They're very benevolent. I feel like they're trying to be like the best version of themselves. They're trying to be like the divine masculine. They are trying to follow their heart rather than, you know, the ego tripping them up, the ego creating all this suffering. How else are they feeling about you right now? Yeah, look, Samaritan, this is you helping each other. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Exacting appreciation and recognition for the help that you offer. But this is all about you working as a team, okay? So the ego would prefer to sort of ignore this path and go back to the comfort zone. But this is like their higher self, their heart. This is your person, and you having this courage to overall be working as this team to heal, to come into deeper levels of enlightenment. They love supporting you. They love the support that you offer to them. This is a path of helping each other come into freedom from suffering that the ego creates. How else do they feel? We have poet, expresses symbolic insights. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Your person loves how this connection feels so romantic. It feels so poetic. It's mystical. It's magical. It's that soul level. It brings deep meaning. They're receiving a lot of signs, synchronicities. They're, you know, interpreting. They're very psychic. They're very intuitive. They're able to interpret like all these symbols, signs, synchronicities. And child, eternal, okay? So again, this is like you're helping each other And look, reaching for the butterfly here. Your person is reaching for this healing, okay? They are doing the healing work. Sometimes it's very intense. Determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. I feel this is positive though, like determination to remain young. That is like returning to the childlike nature in terms of, you know, being that open-hearted, spontaneous child before the social matrix caused us to withdraw with fear and create those masks and walls. This is coming back out and being like the true nature, because of developing so much internal strength, self-love. They feel this connection gives them so much strength through self-love, through self-esteem, so that they can feel overall that they can be more of their true self in the world. They don't have to hide themselves away. Okay, so let's finish with some more messages cards. How are they feeling about you right now? You are my perfect person. So this is the Two of Cups. This normally shows divine masculine and feminine with their hearts together, or the cups together, looking into each other's eyes. They feel this affinity with you. They feel this oneness. They feel you are their soulmate. Okay, look, this is like the wolves here coming together. This is you connecting in the heart space, you having this deep understanding of each other's struggles and knowing that you're mirrors of each other, knowing your souls agree to come together to heal this so that you can come into love and out of suffering, out of illusion. How else do they feel about you right now? I want you so badly. So yeah, this is those feelings of sadness and desire. They feel that attraction, that magnetism. They want like deeper levels of union. They want this expression. It's like they want liberation, okay? They want liberation from the density. The blocks, the fears, everything like that. They want liberation. They just want this expression of this love, like this freedom to express this love and come into this oneness. And they're having a lot of desires for you. That's feeling quite painful because there's this path, okay, that you're going down that takes a while. I'm in my man or woman cave. So this is coming out again. But this is the Four of Swords. This is healing from emotional trauma through negative beliefs about self, negative stories attached to past situations or even maybe current situations. The false, like limiting stories from the ego, basically. This is a healing from that. So your person's going deeply inwards. You're both going inwards really deeply. Yeah, look, healing is here. Healing yourselves. This is, right now it is supposed to be this very, sorry, I'm just trying to get this to focus. This very like internal journey right now. You're supposed to be coming back to your true soul selves within, like rediscovering your true self, loving your true selves. So the way in which your souls agreed to achieve this is for you to meet and have to go inwards into the soul level in order to feel that oneness with each other and therefore feel oneness with your true selves and the universe and come back into that unity consciousness. They know that healing is here within your connection, okay? They know it's about healing. I'm too scared to face up to it, the Seven of Swords. So this is the fears that come up. This is natural. This is normal. It's subconscious. The fears saying, oh, I need these thick walls. I need these barriers. I can't face this awakening because it's supposed to happen over time, okay? Can't happen at once. I'm coming to you quickly. To me, this is the energetic coming together, okay? the Eight of Wands, 8 being the infinity symbol. It's like energetically they're really, really racing towards you. And they have this, yeah, they're feeling so weighed down by like the struggles, the obstacles, and they're just really feeling like this sadness. They're feeling this desire, this magnetism for oneness, and they are working on that. There is healing. There is them doing like the healing work, because they're realizing how it's liberating them. It's making them feel so much better and healed in their life. If you'd like us to look even more deeply into your specific person, please check out the Love Message Cards personal readings. These are very in-depth video readings where I look at all the different messages cards that come out for your person. I interpret all of the energies for your person as we look really deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what your person's higher self wants you to know, what their 3D self would say to you if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings. The details to book are below this video in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 2. You've chosen the pink and purple crystal. So this is your person's true feelings for you right now. Please take a moment to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please check out the Love Message Cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings. We look into lots of different messages cards. I interpret all of the energies that come through from your person as we look really deeply into how they truly feel about you right now, what their higher self really wants you to know, what their 3D self would say to you if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings, and the details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. So let's get straight into looking really deeply into your person's true feelings for you right now. We're going to start off with the tarot card, but then we've got lots of messages cards we're going to look into as well. So their true feelings for you right now. 3 of Wands. This is your person feeling like there's some sort of distance between you right now, but they're thinking of you from afar, okay? I feel like your person could be in nature. They could be looking like at the ocean in some cases, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. But they're just like really pondering your connection. They're thinking about you. This is like them going into their imagination, connecting with you in the higher realms, and there's all this golden energy or this light or this warmth. They feel so connected to the divine through this union. They know that it is divine. This is waiting for your ships to come in. So I feel like your person may be missing you, and they're waiting for like your return, or they're waiting to feel closer with you again. But there's this sense of them feeling so much gratitude and feeling in awe of this connection. I do feel like, again, some of them could be in nature, and it's just heightening. Like they feel like even if there's distance between you, for some of you this could be long distance. It's like when they look at the sky, when they look at the ocean, when they look at nature, they know that there is no separation. They know that you are right there with them. Looking at the sky is like them diving into this higher dimensional oneness where you're right there. They know that you're never really away from each other. But there is this sense of missing you, and then waiting for like this return. I feel like your person may be shutting off the outside world in order to have this time to go into contemplation and thinking about you and immersing themselves in this higher dimensional telepathic oneness with you and the divine. I feel like your person's hiding like their true inner world away from the outside world. That's why they're closing their heart. They're like shielding their heart. They've got this blindfold on. It's like they don't want anyone to see their eyes. They don't want anyone to see their heart, so to speak. You know, it's like they're closing off like their truth from their external world because they're wanting to go inwards. They're wanting to connect with you and the divine. This can also mean that they're feeling kind of like stuck as well. They're feeling sort of caught between their 3D life and this fifth dimensional, like immersing into the high dimensions and feeling that's where their true self is. They may be sort of burying their head in the sand somewhat because they don't really know how to navigate or balance the two. But definitely this feeling of they're taking time to shut off the outside world because they're needing like this alone time. This could be subconsciously, like energetically having their guard up, their masks up, their masks on, their walls up kind of thing. Because within themselves, they feel all this freedom to explore your connection, explore their true soul self and the infinite universe. How else are they feeling about you right now? So your person's slowly but surely planting the seeds, okay? They feel a lot of positivity in this amazing soulmate or twin flame union with you. 9 of Cups. So this is like their dream come true as well. This is feeling so happy. This connection makes them feel like they're achieving a lot of happiness and liberation, okay? So again, this is all like the internal world. I feel like your person's doing like the internal work where there's all this sunshine. It feels so happy within themselves. They feel so happy when they are in the higher dimensions with you, but they are like planting like these positive seeds as well. They are like doing the healing work. But to me, this is like the outside world. They're shutting that out. This could be they're going through fears and anxieties. And within your connection, they shut that all out. They turn a blind eye to that and they dive inwards where there's all this light. There's all this joy, this happiness. They feel close to you. They feel oneness with you. They feel like they're being their true self. They feel like they're being that true, like divine masculine. This is someone that's very deep. This is someone that's very spiritual, but they haven't really felt like they could express that in their life, like in their day-to-day life. But they feel like they can really express that and feel that freedom to be their true self when they're thinking of you, when they're connecting with you in the heart space. And that is so liberating. It's so healing. And 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is like it's like in their 3D, I feel like they're feeling wounded because they're sort of outside the cathedral. If they were in the cathedral, that is like their internal world. It's like their true self, their soul, how they feel with you. But they're like feeling like they're outside of that a lot of the time and they're feeling wounded. Your person's feeling some sadness, okay? Because they know that you're both on this path of healing wounds, blocks, density, suffering, basically the ego, everything that keeps you separate or in the illusion of separation from peace and love and oneness. They see that you're both wounded, you're both on this path of healing, so that eventually you can re-enter like that cathedral, which it represents consciousness, joy, love, being at one with the divine and with each other. Look, at the bottom of the deck we have the 3 of Pentacles, working together. So they are inside the cathedral here, okay? There's this soul contract. So again, there's this theme here of their external world, they're outside in a 3D, feeling sort of cut off in their day-to-day life from the divine, and they're feeling very wounded. So they're going inwards whenever they can. It's like they're taking this alone time to go inwards where they feel they are working with you for these like spiritual purposes of awakening and healing. They feel so connected with you. Let's look at some messages cards. How are they feeling about you right now? I feel so high, I can't get enough. So Yeah, it's like your person is needing this time to go inwards. This is your person's true nature before they even met you. So kind of be an introvert, needing to go inwards in order to rejuvenate themselves, feel like they're free to be their true self. This is someone that walks around their day-to-day life feeling a lot of anxiety, worrying about like what people think of them. And that's very heavy, okay? Those fears, those wounds, and having to uphold a mask and the walls of protection around them is very exhausting. With you, there's all this freedom, okay? They go inwards, they take that alone time, they feel the weight of the world is suddenly off of their shoulders, or the weight of the masks is released, and they're flying high with you. This is that heart connection, that fifth dimensional connection, where they feel so close to you and they feel so high they can't get enough. It's very healing, okay? So they're feeling euphoric again when they're like looking at nature, or they're in nature as well. So the true feelings for you right now: you are my soulmate. Okay, so they feel like you are their soulmate. They could feel like you are their twin flame if they know that label, but they're feeling as though they have to sort of shield that truth or not let people see that truth. They're shielding their heart, shielding their eyes as well. There's something about your person having very powerful eye contact. They're very psychic. They can see deeply into people. So there's something about them sort of shielding their eyes. I don't think like they're literally shielding their eyes, but something about energetically they're putting up some sort of block so people can't really read their eyes, or they're trying to make their eyes sort of look, this is subconsciously, they're trying to make their eyes look like they're like none of this sort of internal world and this other like self internally is not going on, okay? Like this is subconsciously how we all sort of pretend to be something on the surface and make out this is all of me, this is me. Trying to sort of have these facial expressions, or yeah, just shielding the truth. They've got this whole other like universe and world going on inside of them, where they're as one with you. You're my soulmate, but it's like they're not letting other people sort of see that or know that. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. It is a lot better now though. Yeah, look, I treasure our sacred connection. This person, they're going inwards, and it's like they're examining this treasure. They are, look, normally it's closed off. This is a treasure chest. It's closed, it's locked up, okay? So again, it's like they're not letting people around them know they have these deep feelings for you, and that they're going through this major spiritual awakening. On the surface level, I feel like they're just trying to go along and pretend they're the same old sort of person that they were in the past. But this is them investing in your sacred connection as well. This is them planting the seeds, putting so much of this healing energy, this love into their heart, into this connection. It's like they're saving up. It's like they're collecting positivity. They're doing the healing work, basically. They treasure your sacred connection. But yeah, at times when they have that alone time, you know, this is all about being very precious. When they have that alone time, they open up the box. They open up their heart. It's like they go inwards. There's a mirror here. It's like they see their true reflection. They're being their true self in that alone time, and sometimes they're just examining your connection, all these jewels, all this amazing love, and they're continuing to invest in that. They're continuing to focus on that internally. else are they really feeling? I can't get enough of you. Look, I feel so high, I can't get enough. I can't get enough of you. This is how this connection makes them feel, the Nine of Cups. This is like their dream come true. This is all this emotional fulfillment. This is all this success that's been achieved, okay? This is all the healing, the spiritual lessons that have been achieved, the spiritual awakening. Feels wonderful. They can't get enough of you, okay? So there's some, I feel like there's some direct sort of contrast or conflict between their 3D life and their internal life, okay? But they can't get enough of you. You know, they can't like stop like feeling this divine union, feeling this awakening, feeling all this liberation and happiness. Obviously they're magnetized towards that because it's making them feel so good. It is deeply healing them. So if that's in direct conflict to their 3D life, then obviously they're going to be keeping that a secret from the people around them. This is also like a very deeply personal journey, though. I'm hearing from Spirit, like it's meant to be personal, you know. We're not supposed to be telling people who aren't going to understand. That's not really going to be helpful. I just realized something. And this is all the light that they feel within as well, okay? This is all the awakening. And, you know, light bulb, it makes you think of someone thinking as well. But they've just realized something. So let's look deeper into this. What are they realizing? What have they just realized? We have the Ace of Cups and the Magician. So this is all about love. This is all about in their heart. It's like their heart is overflowing with this love and this peace. This connection makes them come into their personal empowerment. It makes them feel strong. It makes them feel successful because they're achieving a lot. They're achieving a lot of self-mastery. So yeah, this is that divine love. It brings them so much peace and so much strength. It brings them into their true self, where they're empowered. They're no longer so controlled by fears and things that dampen them down and take away their personal empowerment. Within your connection, when they're going inwards, like really deeply, it's making them overcome the things that were limiting them, holding them back, dampening their light and their joy. They know that this is the divine offering them this love. So they know that they're supposed to receive this love, and so they are. But let's look deeper. What have they just realized? I love you so fucking much. So yeah, I feel like today, you know, maybe they're having this time to be able to go inwards. And so they're feeling so reconnected again. And their heart's overflowing. They may have realized something from your connection. Maybe there's been some sort of communication. I definitely feel there's powerful insights coming in about what this connection is about, what you're supposed to be learning. And that's to do with like the true meaning of unconditional love and how it's about helping each other to feel freedom from suffering. That is what true love represents. So there's some deep insights coming in about that as well. How else are they truly feeling? Just looking at the decks, what deck to use. Feeling drawn to this one. How are they truly feeling about you right now? Universal heart. Yeah, this is true love. This is what love really means. It's not the 3D version or the social matrix version of love, which is all about attachment and thinking about what can I get from this person, how is this person going to make me happy. This is a true love, which is how can I provide joy for the other person, how can I liberate the other person from suffering, what can I give because I love this person, how can I help this person. And universal heart, yeah, they're just really connecting with you energetically. I'm noticing the yin and the yang balance here, connecting on the ethereal levels. How else are they feeling today? Emergence. So yeah, they are feeling sort of weighed down because of their external life, I feel. The walls, masks, all things like that. But in your connection, it's like this golden energy again. They go inwards and they have this emergence from the suffering, from the weight of this world, so they can be more of their true self. They can be free, which is what real love is, freedom. Golden path. And I said about the golden light, there's all this golden light, okay? This golden path, it's like your person really feels this, you know? Your person could be weighed down with feelings of guilt if this connection, this path seems to be like in direct contrast to what's going on in their 3D. This golden path, the person's always feeling this. This is like that higher dimensional path, the soul path, feeling connected with the divine and God and the truth, and feeling magnetized into consciousness, and how amazing this all is. Your person, it's like they're taking alone time. Some of them, they may have gone for like a walk or something, so they can have like alone time, and then they're looking at nature. They may be in the sun or something. It's really connecting them to this soul path, and it's amazing, you know, that they're being bathed by this golden light, this healing. Dolores Cannon, in her books, says that her subjects who she's hypnotized speak of God as being like the sun, that golden light. How else are they feeling? Soulmate. Again, there's this golden light here in their heart. It's like they're free, they're diving into the higher realms, into truth, the infinite. They're coming out of the false self. They know you are their soulmate. So look, at the bottom of the deck we have fear as well though. There's fear because they're feeling so magnetized into this light, but they feel as though they cannot like express their truth to the people around them, which is very like typical of being on this earth plane in general. We're feeling like we need the walls, masks, so that we don't have to be our true selves. So let's look at some more messages cards to finish this reading. How are they feeling about you right now? They feel you are the one. They feel you are their soulmate or their twin flame, if they know that label. This connection, it really brings them back to the oneness, to the universe, to truth, to reality. It's divine love. They feel that this connection, your love, has the most loving impact in their life. They can't like just ignore that. This is a connection that's a huge catalyst to spiritual awakening and coming back into oneness, into true consciousness. How else are they feeling? Yeah, they're feeling this insane passion. This is the soul longing for freedom of their consciousness. It's desiring love, true love. They're feeling insane passion, chemistry, powerful magnetism, desire, sexual feelings. They feel this sexual union happening energetically with you both. Obsession, fantasies, euphoria. They're intoxicated. It's deeply fulfilling because this connection's taking them into their true nature, their soul. But yeah, it's making them feel alienated right now in their day-to-day life, and that's creating fears and wounds and heaviness and anxiety. They've been uprooted from the 3D. It's like this, your connections come in, it's woken them up. Suddenly they're above all the illusions of the 3D. They're no longer resonating with many things in the 3D. So they're feeling sort of alienated in a way from their day-to-day life. But it's happened so intensely, so rapidly. It's, you know, it takes quite a long time to really understand this and integrate this and get comfortable with this, like, new sense of self, the true self. So your person, that is like they've not been able to, you know, turn around to the people around them and say, oh, by the way, I've completely changed overnight. I've had this spiritual awakening. I've been reborn. You know, they know that people are just going to think they're crazy. They're just going to think they're mad. People are going to be upset. It's going to create a whole ton of upheaval. And that seems too much to sort of handle. So it's like they're juggling like these two worlds, their inner world and their outer world. They're feeling very misunderstood and in the 3D, I feel, and loneliness because of that, and not fitting in. Okay, this is how they felt throughout their life as well, feeling like because you are twin flames, it automatically means that you are like these higher vibrational beings. In some cases, you are like these beings that came and incarnated here. So you felt very different. It's kind of like you felt like an alien walking around on this planet, but they've met you and then they feel like, I recognize you from home. I recognize you as being the same as me. So obviously they're fascinated with that. This is bringing their true self to light, to be expressed, to be felt. So yeah, caught between the two dimensions, 3D and 5D, soul awakening. They feel closer to spirit though, okay? This is why, you know, your person's automatically thinking of you, immersing themselves in the higher dimensions. They feel closer to spirit. They feel loved, appreciated. They feel safe, understood. They feel like there's deep meaning here, deep purpose. But yeah, it's making them feel uncomfortable. It's like pulling them out of the comfort zone, or it's pulling them out of the ego, pulling them out of the 3D self. They're feeling too vulnerable, so that they're needing alone time. It may come across as them sort of pushing you away perhaps, but they need this time for integration. Like they're feeling all over the place, feeling insecure, but there is a lot of success, there is a lot of growth, there is a lot of shifts taking place. So if you'd like a personal reading with me, we can look even more deeply into your specific person's feelings for you. So please check out the Love Message Cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings where we look at all the different messages, cards. I interpret all of the energies coming through from your person as we look really deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what their higher self really wants you to know, what they would say to you in the 3D if they could, and what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those very in-depth personal video readings. The details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 3. You've chosen the green crystal. So this is your person's true feelings for you right now. Please take a moment to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please check out the Love Message Cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings, and I look at lots of different messages cards. I interpret all of the energy that come through for your person, and we look deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what their higher self really wants you to know, what their 3D self would say to you if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings, and the details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. Let's get straight into looking really deeply into your person's true feelings for you right now. We're going to start off with the tarot, but we're also going to look at lots of messages cards as well. So their true feelings for you right now. We have the King of Swords, Judgment, Death, the Wheel of Fortune, or the karmic wheel, also destiny. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the Hermit. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck I'm also seeing the Hierophant. This is deeply spiritual. Okay, so how are they feeling about you right now? What I'm picking up on is your person definitely feels this is a deeply spiritual connection. Intense awakening here, Judgment. This is being called to come into their true spiritual, their true soul nature, rising up out of social matrix, but they're going through a death and a rebirth, or they're being called to have a death and a rebirth. It's very, very difficult. It's very, very challenging. I feel as though your person may have like a family or a relationship or some sort of 3D situation, some sort of other situation, other sort of life going on. So this King of Swords, it's like they're coming across as cold, or it's like on the surface it appears like they're like this, but really deep down they're being naked, vulnerable, surrendering to the divine. Okay, I feel like whatever is going on, like in the 3D, they could be surrounded with a lot of people right now, but they feel like they cannot like express what's really going on. So on the surface it looks like nothing's going on, okay, but internally there's this huge awakening. Like, look how they're like surrendering to the divine. They're looking at the divine, looking up at the Hierophant. This huge rebirth's going on. This person is like internally, they've completely changed, okay? There has been a death of their old self, a death of their old perspective on life, love, themselves, reality, pretty much everything. So that your person's constantly going inwards, looking to soul family, looking to the divine, connecting with you in the higher realms. But there's this karma, this karmic wheel. This is all, you know, this is like what always happens in an awakening, in twin flame connections that spark this awakening. There's karma. There's all the stuff, all the fears, all the wounds, all the illusions, the fears of separation, abandonment, all the stuff that keeps us tethered to holding on like tightly to the ego, basically. The ego thinks it's protecting us, But the ego is all about separation, or the illusion of separation. The ego is about me and then everything outside of me. And it believes there's a separation and the outside world is very threatening. A lot of it is to do with like physical forms, how everything appears to be separate, but everything is oneness in truth. But these fears come up. The ego, it's like the ego blocks us from seeing that there is nothing to fear. Fear is an illusion. There's only oneness. The ego makes us forget that how much we are loved by the divine, by God, by our twin flame, our soul family. Because everything is one, everything is that love. I feel like your person, they may be surrounded by family or a lot of people. But look, this card's all about this old man being a provider. Okay, your person may be trying to do things right, according to like 3D circumstances. But it's like this person's sitting back internally. It's like they're going inwards. Again, it's the same old man here. Your person's going inwards. He's sort of sitting to one side here, okay? Everyone else is sort of getting on, like socializing. It's like your person's going inwards, having a lot of contemplation. Really, they feel like they're on this totally different path, but it's internally. Just like the hermit. Hermit's about going inwards, discovering their own truth, their own path. It's very difficult, I feel, for your person to navigate this at times, because there feels like this stark contrast between their 3D life and what's going on internally. This is like an intense spiritual awakening here, okay? With all these major arcana cards to do with spirituality, judgment, the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Death card. Your person's gone through a complete death of, or maybe not a complete death, but a huge death. They're going through this death of the false self. So let's look at some messages cards. How are they really feeling about you? Yeah, I recognize your soul immediately. I feel like this came as a complete surprise. They were not expecting to meet you and be completely transformed because of recognizing you on a soul level, and therefore remembering their own soul truth, like who they really are beneath all the conditioning and the false self created on this earth plane. They recognize your soul immediately. This immediately took your person into the higher realms, and feeling so drawn to going inwards. I feel like your person naturally is kind of like the Hermit anyway, going inwards, but now they go inwards and they're thinking of you and this divine union and this huge awakening. They recognize your soul immediately. Your person may have had a whole other life going on, other commitments. And then bam, it's like you came into their life. They recognize you. And it's been this huge catalyst for their life completely changing. But how are you supposed to tell other people that? Obviously, if this is a fairly new connection, especially, it's like your person has felt like they can't just like completely abandon their life that they've already built up, because they're just at the initial stages of this discovery of this reality, this new reality that's they've been awakened to, you know. They're still trying to understand it. They're still trying to integrate, and they're still going through this spiritual awakening. But it's really created sort of like this massive internal shift. Like this totally different. They're completely like transformed from who they used to be. How else are they feeling about you? I feel so supported by you. So for some of you, this is mirrored energy, okay? Or they really feel like you support them, okay? You could have already been through like a major awakening many years ago. Like maybe your awakening path started a long time ago, where you became conscious of your soul truth and the divine and divine love. I feel as though your person has not had as much experience in terms of consciously being aware of their soul truth and seeing beyond the social matrix and all things like that. So they're feeling very supported by you. They feel like you came in, like in this judgment card, to help them wake up. But you know, they help you as well. You help each other. This is a soul contract. This is you, your person, and the divine. They also feel like your soul family here with this Ten of Pentacles. But I feel like your person's a lot more in the initial stages of awakening compared to you. I do feel like your person is very deep, they're very spiritual, they're very psychic. They're much more consciously aware of all of that now, or they're able to make sense of a lot of things through this union now. You make me feel safe to open up. So this is, you really support this person. They feel you're so like nurturing. It makes them feel safe to be like their true self with you, open up to explore their true self. So this may be happening internally, okay? They may not be opening up to you and saying, and like talking to you about this connection and the feelings and everything. They may not be able to in some cases, but on this card is really saying to me that you make them feel safe to be open-minded and open their heart to exploring this awakening that they're going through, because you give them a lot of strength and stability. I feel like you help them to understand what's going on. How else do they feel? I love you so fucking much. They love you so deeply. This is like love. This is true love. Love is the most powerful force. Love is the truth, and so now they know what true love is. The truth is obliterating illusion in their life. With us, there is no end. So interesting, this is going underneath the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune is about karmic cycles, karma, the stuff that keeps us tethered to this earth plane. So illusions, fears, wounds, anger, resentment, any sort of heavy energy that is based on illusion. It isn't really true. It isn't like love. With us, there is no end. They just really deeply recognize you on the soul level. It takes them into the infinite. It's made them aware of everything that's beyond, the truth beyond all this karma and illusions. King of Swords, this is clarity as well. At the top of this Wheel of Fortune is the Sphinx with the sword, just like the King of Swords, which is clarity, trumping, like, or seeing clearly, and it's pushing like the devil, which is all illusions and falseness, to the bottom. So seeing much more clearly. I feel like you are distant. So your person's really missing you right now. Like I said, I feel this energy. They may be surrounded by a lot of people. This could be family. But they're missing you because it's like they're needing alone time. How he's sitting here contemplating. It's like your person needing this alone time to feel like they can reconnect with you energetically. They are missing you as well because of like 3D obstacles, and they're just constantly feeling this soul pull, okay? All these spiritual cards. You give me so much meaning. This connection, it brings him so much spiritual meaning. It's like they're realizing, like, with this karmic wheel here, they're realizing a lot of things that don't really mean all that much to them anymore. Like old things they used to believe in, old things they used to sort of value a lot more. It's all shifted. Because it's like you and this connection came in like this arrow, and it shot them right in the center of their heart, which is the gateway to soul awakening. Look, at the bottom of the deck we have thank you for waking me up. This person has so much gratitude. I do feel they're very spiritual, like this Buddha here, meditating or just taking time to contemplate a lot of the time. All of this light coming in, awareness. So how else are they truly feeling about you? What deck shall I look at? The Oracle of the Seven Energies. How are they really feeling about you right now? Endless possibilities. This connection represents freedom for them. In this world, in this social matrix, there's all of this density about attachment, about expectations, responsibilities, fears, stress, you know, paying the bills, all things like that. With you and this connection, it takes them into the infinite. It's truly magical. It's truly liberating when they connect with you. It's like everything, all the weight off the weight of the world on their shoulders is like released. They're free. They feel free. This is what love represents: freedom from suffering. It's just very magical. I feel like your person's very deep, very spiritual, very psychic. They believe in magic, and they're able to tap into. They feel that they are like very mystical, and this connection just allows them endless possibilities to explore all of that truth within them without limitation. We have the storyteller and great big love. So this is like a whole blank page for them, a new page. This is like that endless possibilities. Like they feel like anything is possible within this divine love. Great big love. So they feel like this is true love. You are their soulmate, their twin flame. This is like their imagination is really sparked by this connection as well. With this there being like a lock and a key here as well. This is like a secret diary, I feel. It's like secretly within their heart, because they feel like they cannot openly say this is what's going on with them. But secretly within their heart, they're just really, really exploring. They feel like your connection is really magical, like it's like this story, like this fantasy story, but it's more than that. They know that even though it seems very surreal, it's actually the realist thing. This great big love, it's almost like your person wants to write about it. Maybe they journal or something, or they just feel like so much has already been written so to speak. So much has already been experienced through this divine union. A grand symphony and roots of abundance. So grand symphony, this is about, they feel that oneness, you know, like a symphony orchestra, them all working together, to blending together to make this beautiful music. This is all about harmony. It's all about divine timing. They're really marveling at like the universe, the perfection of the universe, and how it brings everything together, how it brought you and your person together, and how everything's playing out. Roots of abundance. I'm just noticing the key here again. They feel just so much abundance coming into them through this connection, really grounding into them. So much love, so much light, so much peace, joy. So let's finish the reading with some more messages cards. How are they truly feeling about you right now? I will look after you. Please remain open to me. I feel like your person is trying to be there for you. Even if they're not like in the physical, it's like energetically they're trying to be stable, secure. They're trying to be there for you. They are there for you. And many of you feel that energetically. They feel like you're working as a team. They want you to remain open to them. The Queen of Cups, okay? So there may be obstacles. There may be physical separation, there may be other situations that they're in, other relationships, other life circumstances, but they're hoping that you're going to still be that Queen of Cups, open to them. They want you to have that open heart. I have to stand my ground. Yeah, because they're feeling as though they can't just dive fully into this awakening and completely change their life, and that they don't feel like, they feel like it's too much, okay? All these changes that's happening, it's happening too quickly, it's too intense. They feel like it's uprooting them. They feel like they have to stand their ground. This normally shows the person on higher ground, 1 wand, then 6 wands trying to knock them off their feet. So everything's very intense. It's feeling like it's knocking them off their feet. They are going through the death and rebirth, but it needs to happen at a manageable sort of pace. And it's like they're going inwards. They're still having this discovery, you know. They're being divinely guided every step of the way. It's like they don't really know how this connection's going to play out, but there's definitely like profound shifts internally. I will stay in control of this situation. So yeah, this is like the fears coming in, but also I don't feel like it's just fears. There's definitely, like with that grand symphony as well, there's definitely like the way in which things are supposed to play out. So it's not just fears. I feel like your person's exactly where they're supposed to be right now on the path. We have, I'm much more secure in myself and I'm so weighed down. So yeah, it's like deep down, there is a lot more confidence and security and sense of safety. Your person's feeling safer and secure in their own skin. within their own true self. But yeah, there's still like fears, there's still things weighing them down, there's still karma. You know, it's a journey, it's a process. If you would like a personal reading where we can look more deeply into your specific person, please check out the love message cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings. I look into lots of different messages cards. I interpret all of the energies that come through from your person as we look really deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what their higher self wants you to know, what they would say to you in the 3D if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings. The details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. And if this reading has resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, write a comment, share it and subscribe. That all really helps me out. Thank you so much for joining me here. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 4. You've chosen the pink crystal. So this is your person's true feelings for you right now. Please take a moment to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please check out the love message cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings. We look into lots of different messages cards. I interpret all of the energies coming through from your person as we look really deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what their higher self really wants you to know, what their 3D self would say to you if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings, and the details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. So let's get straight into looking really deeply into your person's true feelings for you right now. We're going to start off with the tarot. We're going to also look into lots of messages cards. So the true feelings for you right now. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay. Let's pull a few out. The Three of Wands. Temperance and the King of Cups. So your person's going through major endings and beginnings. This is like ego death. This is death of old illusions and perceptions. It's a real struggle though. They're going through a lot of pain, okay? I feel like your person's going through a lot of struggles. But they're connecting with you very intensely in the heart space, okay? Your person, they're going through a lot of fear, okay? There's a lot of upheaval. This connection, it creates such profound awakening. So this massive shifts within, complete transformation within. But it does bring up a lot of fears, wounds. I feel like this is mirrored energy. It could be playing out in different ways, but you'll both experience a lot of tension, a lot of heaviness, fears coming up, a lot of things shifting. And your person, it's like naturally they're trying to find some sort of like stability amongst all of that. But they're really connecting with you in the heart space. They feel as though the divine brought you together to help each other through these shifts. I feel like your person is taking some alone time, most definitely, to connect with you. They feel this deep love, okay? There's these feelings of sadness. There's this feelings of them missing you. I'm hearing, why does everything have to be so complicated? So there's all these complications, it seems, because their internal world has shifted so much that it takes longer for the external world to sort of catch up. And there's fears, you know, the fears of shifts going on in the 3D. There's all the fears of that, okay? That's normal. That's like ego fears. That's going to happen. I feel like they're going into nature in some cases, or some of them, they may live by the sea or something. They feel like they're always going to higher ground, so to speak. when they're connecting with you. It's like a divine love. It takes them out of their sadness. It takes them out of these fears. They feel so supported by you and the divine. This person's really communicating with you in the heart space, okay? They're really missing you very deeply. They want to feel closeness. They want to feel peace. They feel there's this peace from their suffering. And they feel supported when they go inwards and when they connect with you in this way. How else are they feeling about you right now? This is heaven on earth, okay? So here's the sun again. You are like the light. This connection is the light that makes them feel joy. It makes them feel a sense of comfort. It's like a safe cocoon or a safe womb they can be in as they're going through like this rebirth. This is heaven on earth. It feels euphoric, amazing. This is like true love. This is a true love connection. My life has completely changed. Yeah. And it's scary. So they're going inwards. They're taking a lot of time to contemplate their inner compass, where they're being guided to. They feel very drawn to you. This is your hearts in union. They feel your connection is being orchestrated and unfolding by the divine, by soul family. You make me feel safe to open up. So they are this King of Cups, okay? I feel like your person's gone through most of their life feeling very bottled up, with thick walls around them because of the harshness of being incarnated here on this earth plane. This is someone that's highly sensitive, so maybe I feel as though they didn't fully have this ability to be able to have a thick skin and have things be like water off a duck's back. I feel like your person absorbed criticism, felt very sensitive to criticism, and they absorbed a lot of that. This is all these 10 swords in their back. Swords is about mind and perception though, so this is a lot of self-destruction subconsciously, a lot of negative self-beliefs. So subconsciously their heart was very guarded, but with you they feel like they can open their heart to you. You make them feel safe. You make them realize that they are so loved, they're so lovable. You help them realize that a lot of their suffering is to do with their own negative thoughts. So I feel this is happening for many of you energetically. There may be like a physical distance between you, but they feel safe to open their heart with you, like on the energetic realms. This is where all this communication and flow and oneness happens. I think about you constantly. So yeah. They're thinking about you all the time. It helps them make sense of things. It helps them see beyond whatever's causing them suffering in their life. Anything that's like ego created. They're thinking about you constantly. Let's look into what does your person want to tell you right now. What would they say to you? They would say, you've brought me such peace. Yeah. This is like the Ace of Cups, where the dove flies into the cup with this peace offering, or offering peace, offering love. Look, they're holding their cup out to receive this peace. They would say, you've given me so much peace amongst living my life feeling like this all the time. What else would they say to you right now? I treasure our sacred connection. So this is a connection they keep close to their chest, okay? This chest, this is like their walls around them. It's normally closed up, it's normally locked tight, but with you, they open their heart. It's because you see that they are this treasure. You see them as someone that's so amazing and to be cherished. You see them as this like precious being. And so it's like they're opening up to reveal who they really are to you, because you recognize that within them, and that it's helping them recognize that they are these, like, this precious being. Look, we have, it scares me how deeply you see into me, but I love it. So yeah, they're used to having thick walls around them, but you do make them feel safe to open their heart so you can see into them. They are the open-hearted with the King of Cups. They would say the universe brought us together. Yes, that's what this Temperance card is about. The universe brought you together. They know this. They feel that you are powerful soulmates or twin flames. What else would they say? I love how you cherish me. So you bring them so much peace. They see you as open-hearted to them. They see you as very loving. I feel this is an unconditional love. They see you as someone that's very giving. You're like, what can I give to this person to help them release this from their lives and feel joy, feel peace, feel love. They would express their gratitude to you. How else do they truly feel about you? Sexual freedom. So they have a lot of like fantasies about sexual intimacy with you. There's this powerful magnetism. This is like the desire to be at one on all levels. They feel this oneness with you on the soul level, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and they have these desires to be as one, like physically as well. Look at these here, like peace again, like the doves of peace. And for many of you, you experience like that tantric, energetic sexual union in the higher realms. How else are they feeling about you right now? We have soulmates and silver waterfall. So this connection is incredibly healing for them, okay? It's like all this love and this light showering on them, healing them, rejuvenating them. They feel joyous. They feel a lot of liberation from their suffering. They feel that you assist each other to come out of your masks and walls and all the self-protection the subconscious creates in order to rise up, be your true selves. Know your beauty, like know your worth. They feel so deeply connected with you on this path. For some of you, this is this union that is already taking place, like in the higher dimensions. To me, the true sense of union is being reunited with love, like knowing what real love is and really experiencing that, as opposed to all the illusions of separation in this plane of duality. How else are they really feeling about you? I'm here for you. So yeah, this person is here for you, even if they're not, like in the 3D. They are here for you. In their heart. In that true sense. This is a deeply spiritual path. I'm scared of what's ahead. Yeah. Again, this is natural. This is normal. This is so many shifts occurring within your person, within both of you, within your connection, within this path of awakening, that the mind comes up. Fear only exists when we think of the future. Fear cannot exist without thoughts of the future. Spirit is asking you and your person to try and remain as present as possible in the present moment. So being in the heart space, being in the love, being in consciousness, to ease the suffering of those fears. I'm stuck. So yeah, it's fears that are keeping this person stuck somewhat. Look, at the bottom of the deck we have, how do I move forward? There's fears, you know, everything kind of feels unknown. I'm scared of losing you. So your person, it's like they're scared of the unknown. So a part of them may be holding on to their sense of safety and security in their life, but they're also fearful of what's ahead because they fear they could lose you, kind of thing. But for many of you watching set of cards number 4, this is a part of unconditional love, which basically means overcoming like attachment, not needing like specific things, specific set of circumstances in order for you to have an open heart to this person and feel this love and be committed to like the connection, the love. So let's get some final messages. I'm so inspired by you. Yeah. They really look up to you. I feel like they see you as like guidance, like you provide them with a lot of insight, a lot of direction, a lot of understanding, unconditional love. They feel like you don't judge them, so it helps them to not judge themselves. It helps them to feel more secure in being open to this path. Healing is here. So this is the Star card. There's so much profound healing going on in your connection. I pushed you away because I was scared. So yeah, look. I'm scared of what's ahead. Those fears kept this person stuck. This may have felt, or they may feel like they pushed you away because they remain stuck. They're scared of losing you. It's like, they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm working hard towards our future. The 8 of Pentacles. So this is, they're there for you. They're here for you. They're working with you hand in hand, helping you both to heal. This is a spiritual path of intense healing. If you'd like a personal reading where we look really deeply into your specific person, please check out the Love Message Cards personal readings. Those are very in-depth video readings. We look into all the different messages cards. I interpret all of the energies coming through from your person as we look really deeply into their true feelings for you right now, what your person's higher self wants you to know, what their 3D self would say to you if they could, and also what your person really wants to happen between you both. So those are very in-depth personal video readings. The details to book are below this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. comment. If this reading has resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, write a comment, share it and subscribe. That all really helps me out. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.